Yesterday, Tuesday, was Thailand's official New Year Day and the main day for Songkran traditional activities amidst most families. This year, sedate as it was, saw families quietly making merit, but none of the usual water fun for sure. And reports from all around the country indicate that everyone adhered to the new COVID-induced rules. Temples in most cases carried out the rituals and services, seeing their flock avoiding close contact. A step forward perhaps from last year when the festive holidays were cancelled, but an event shaken by the massive spike in COVID cases that have spread like wildfire around the nation. With the Public Health Minister here now confirming that whilst AstraZeneca and Sinovac vaccines may not prevent all COVID strains, they do prevent severe illness and death, and that confirmed by the Disease Control Centre's Director General. It's only a matter of weeks before the vaccination programs for the general population begin, and production lines at Thailand's own plants, which will provide the AstraZeneca shots en masse, begin to turn out their products in large numbers. All good for the future then, but with yesterday's figures at virtually 1,000 new cases again, and indications of a firm spread from north to south, the race is on to get everyone vaccinated before the virus takes an even greater grip. 965 new cases reported, no new deaths, and Chiang Mai taking the undesirable first place with 251 new cases, followed by Bangkok with 194, our own province of Chonburi with 97, and Prachuap Khan with 73. The balance spread amongst some 38 other provinces, and the source in most cases linked back to nightclub venues such as clubs, where people congregated en masse. A total of 42 provinces now are imposing their own quarantine regulations for outsiders who travel. In most cases, visitors are now required to register with local health authorities on arrival and to restrict themselves to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. That, though, is proving impossible to manage, but has also put travellers in a peculiar predicament, inasmuch as if arriving in a province and agreeing to a 2-week quarantine, then they're technically breaking their agreement if they begin their return journey during that period, as most, if not all, will, who travelled just for a few days for Songkran. In other news, immigration rules could be eased if plans for a full overview go into effect. Key issues such as 90-day reporting may become a thing of the past. Applying for work visas and permits may become easier, and there's a full discussion, as we reported a week ago, on the possibility of non-Thais being able to buy property here with much more ease. As the expat population dwindles, so their values finally being recognised. A major source of spending, expats can and do add to the economy, and with conditions eased, it's hoped that numbers will rise, specifically of those with a high spend potential. Meanwhile at home, and the Chonburi Department of Public Health, after it announced 101 new cases, listed those as 26 in Chonburi City, 14 in Sirachar, Banglamung, which includes Pattaya, 38, and the balance spread across the province. Numbers are causing concern here, and as we previously reported, it's expected that once the Songkran holidays end, we'll see changes to regulations that may well affect other types of businesses. As a byproduct, more and more landlords are seeing tenants throwing in the towel, as this third phase is expected to last much longer than the previous ones. Some landlords who aren't blinkered are helpful, but others are daft enough even to expect the old key money and standard rents, as businesses struggle to see any glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. Those who see their tenants fold will without doubt end up with empty properties for months. Provincial officials yesterday released another list of locations where COVID carriers visited in the city between the 1st and 9th of this month, with the advisory that anyone who attended register with the health authorities and keep an eye on their own health. Those locations are the Bone Club in Pattaya, Cetus Club in Pattaya, the Box 69 Club in Pattaya, and Gulliver's Travel Tavern Restaurant. In other news, poor backfilling on drainage work has seen numerous sinkholes pop up around the city, including the east side. In the past few days, one part of the railway road has begun to fall foul of poor workmanship, seeing holes appearing to the concern of locals. And out near the lake, vehicles have been sunk axle deep in what should have been compacted soil but turned out to be mud as the rain washed soil away underground. Non-Pru officials will be out and about today inspecting holes and making sure every hole's a goal for the proper filling by the contractors. And with the reminder, mitts, masks and meters, more important than ever, wash your hands, wear a mask and keep social distancing. And the Met Office promising highs today of around 32, dropping down to 29, and a very good chance of rain at some time. That is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, keeping you in touch with Thailand and of course Pattaya.